Okay, guys. 91 Days, episode 7. This dude is playing this shit like a fucking, like a piano, yo. He's playing them keys. He's playing them keys like each individual person is a certain key on that perfect chord, yo. Oh my god. Wow. Like, he basically got Nero to kill Freight, even though he killed Ronaldo, and he even told their sister that, look, Freight killed Ronaldo, and that's why Nero, like, damn. The thing is, Nero wanted to go ahead and he wanted to give Freight a way out. He was like, look, if Freight was, he was out of it, yo. This dude, he was wigging out. You know what I'm saying? He was freaking the fuck out the whole time. And it seemed like she had the baby of pretty much kind of the both sides kind of bring everything together. But the dude was gonna kill Nero, so she was like, you know, you're gonna kill him, aren't you? And she didn't want that to happen, because to her family, she wanted the family to be together. She wanted it to be as it was, and Nero kind of wanted it to be that way too. But he understood that Freight kind of had to go, but he didn't want to kill him. He was like, look, just leave, go somewhere, leave. But Freight was he was the kid that felt, anyways, that he didn't get acknowledgement from his dad, but his dad always gave Nero the acknowledgement. That's why he was like, Nero was like, he loves you, though. He was like, I don't care about him loving me. I want him to acknowledge me for what I've done and who I am. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm trying to do. You know? Because these guys, they got a lot of pride, man. You know what I'm saying? And they want to earn that in their father's eyes. But Freight didn't feel like he had that. And Nero's trying to give him a way out. Like, look, man, go to the countryside, do whatever. And he was like, I'm never going to be in this house again, am I? You know, and Nero pretty much was agreeing, like, yeah, you're not. It's like, but I'm not trying to kill you. I don't want to. But, you know, Freight, you know, and your boy kind of set him up because he gave him that gun. Only had one bullet in it. So when he pulled it up, he kind of heard his father's voice, like, do it, Freight, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, he pulled that shit up. And then Nero was like, don't do it. He shot back. And obviously he's going to, you know? And dead of the men, killed his own brother. Which is crazy. And Fango is just, he's loving it all, man. He was like, yeah, like, you keep doing what you're doing, yeah, you know. And I was like, damn, man, like, how many of us have we killed? How many have we got to go through, you know? But by doing what he did right there, I believe that he reached the end of the line of, as far as, like, going against his own family, in a sense, you know. The shit's crazy. It's just rough. But at the same time, I gotta say it again. Within this turmoil that these Venettis are having, it's like our boy is just, he's playing it right. He's he's working behind the scenes to just make things the way that they are, you know, and making people believe what he wants them to believe, so that everything is playing the way that he wants it to play, you know, because he wants Nero dead, he does, but as of right now, Nero's a vital piece to him, very important. So he's aligning himself with him. Now, did Freight have anything to do with the massacre of his family? I don't believe so. Not at all. No, I don't think so at all. But at the end of the day, he's an obstacle. You know, he was someone that is in the way of getting to his ultimate goal. So he's gonna do what he had to do to make it happen. All right. Now that's what this entire episode was about. It was about those two brothers. You know what I'm saying? Getting down to the end result, the conclusion between those two, to see exactly how the rest of this was going to go. You know, and Freight was just, like I said, he was losing it in a way. He was like, I can't live like this anymore. He was like, let's leave the city and all this shit. But Nero, boom, 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 boom. It was just like one after the other. Things were getting done, and to the point where he just walked in. He was like, hey, just like it says right there, you're looking ill. What's going on? And then you know what I'm saying? Openly knowing what's going on, you know? And even though the sister said what they had to say, you know, wanting the family to be whole, wanting things to go back to the way that it was, and even though Nero was like, look, family is the most important, you know, him not wanting, he really didn't want to kill Freight. He didn't want it to make it happen, even though Freight did what he did before, you know. She saw hope there that things could be back to the way that it was, but ultimately things were set in motion to make it play out exactly how it did. And hey, what can you say about that, you know? Holy shit. But anyways, guys, let me know what you thought about the episode. Leave your comments below. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook so you know my videos go live. I'm CenTruL. This is AnimeCenTruL. And I'll watch y'all later. And as always, thanks for watching. Peace out.
Twist up and down, yeah, but again at the same time.
You have to check the angle. You have to check the angle.
Now, ladies, remember, grapefruit is also a fat burner.